हरि ओम। जय श्री राधे कृष्ण। प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। A humble try to give a summary of the 4th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The 4th chapter is known as Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. This chapter explains different aspects of transcendental knowledge, the spiritual knowledge of the soul, of God, and of their relationship, which is both purifying and liberating. When we presume Sri Krishna as Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 4 is said to be Bhagavan Sri Krishna's niece. In this chapter, we can observe Sri Krishna talking to Arjuna not as a friend or charioteer, but as an omnipotent and omniscient God to instill in his mind the necessary reverence and respect for the Supreme Lord and his teachings. First, Sri Krishna mentions the history of the oral transmission of Gita Shastra originating with himself. He had spoken this eternal wisdom to Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave it to Manu, and Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. It was passed by royal lines of royal sages, but became diluted and lost with time. Now he is declaring this highest secret to Arjuna, since Arjuna is his devotee and friend. Arjuna was baffled with this statement and asks Sri Krishna, as he was standing before Arjuna, how could he have told this to Sun God, who is the first being of the ancient solar dynasty? Now, Sri Krishna talks about the birth of a living being and the birth as avatar. Difference between Jiva, Janma, and God, Avatara. Sri Krishna remembers the many births, but Arjuna does not. Though Sri Krishna, the Lord of all beings, is unborn and eternal in his own self-existence, he, by his own nature, manifests himself as Avatara by his own Maya. Whenever there is a deep decline of dharma and ascent of unrighteousness, God manifests himself to protect dharma. Jiva takes body repeatedly because of its karma, while Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the controller of karma. So this Jiva comes to this world again and again out of ignorance. The purpose of taking body in the case of a Jiva is to exhaust his punya and papa. Sri Krishna says he repeatedly manifests in different yugas for restoration of dharma. One who understands the transcendental truth of God's manifestations and actions after shedding the body joins God and does not take another birth. Shlokas 5 to 9 give the liberating knowledge that the human being is always an eternal part of the divine. One who understands the transcendental nature of God's appearance and activities attains liberation. Further, Sri Krishna says, in whatever way people approach me, I receive them in me. Sri Krishna talks about the three modes of Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, and Karma, and says, though I am known to be their cause, at the same time, I am the imperishable non-doer beyond all action. Actions do not taint me because I do not desire for the result of action. One who knows this and acts in the same manner as I do does not get bound by actions. Knowing this truth, ancient sages engaged in action. So, Arjuna, you perform action in the manner of ancient sages. Shloka 16 to 24 is the main topic of the 4th chapter. Here, Sri Krishna clearly mentions what is action and what is inaction, which has been a difficult puzzle even for the learned sages. Sri Krishna gives Arjuna as well as all of us the complete formula to solve this puzzle. One has to know what is action, karma, what is wrong action, vikarma, and what is inaction, akarma. One who sees inaction when there is incessant action and action when there is inaction, that is cessation of action, is the wise man. He is situated in yoga and all his actions proceed from this universal awareness. Such a man is considered to be wise when all his undertakings are free from expectation of results and his desires are consumed by the fire of liberating knowledge. This wise man is ever satisfied in himself without any external support, is not attached to the results of action. Such a person, even if he is engaged in action incessantly, acts only as an instrument of the divine. He is actionless in his inner calm and situated in the divine. Such a person who has no expectations is not attached to his personal possessions. His mind, controlled by the self, performs actions only by his body and does not incur any sin or papa. He is ever satisfied with the circumstances beyond dualities, not jealous of anyone, does not get bound by merit or demerit of his actions. His mind and intellect, established in self-knowledge, does all his work as a sacrifice so that his actions does not initiate any ripples of reaction. Shlokas 24 to 31 explain the significance of yajna. The act of offering is Brahman. What is offered is Brahman. Brahman is offered as sacrifice into the fire of Brahman. Brahman is the destination reached by one who sees Brahman in every action. Here he talks of 12 yajnas, namely Brahmajnana yajna, Deva yajna, Indriya samyama yajna, Vishaya grahana yajna, Atma samyama yajna, Dravya yajna, Tapo yajna, Yoga yajna, Swadhyaya yajna, Jnana yajna, Pranayama yajna, and Ahara niyama yajna. By accepting the nectar of immortality, the food which remains after sacrifice, one attains the eternal Brahman. Sri Krishna concludes on the importance of knowledge from Shloka 35 onwards. Moksha is described in 4 different forms. The first one, freedom from conflicts in life. Jnana gives strength to take bold decisions which will be definitely successful. One will be courageous to face the result with equanimity. Second is freedom from all sins. Samsara, suffering is compared to a vast ocean. Even if you are struggling in the middle of the ocean, divine knowledge serves as the powerful boat to cross the ocean. Third is Bheda Nivritti. Jivatma Paramatma difference is removed. Through Karma Yoga develops Dasoham Bhavana. That is, I am your servant. Through Jnana Yoga develop Soham Bhavana. That is, I am God myself, because you are situated in God. And through Bhakti Yoga, the distance between the Lord and his devotee is removed. Fourth one is Sarva Karma Nivritti, removes all punya and papa with knowledge, the most powerful fire which can destroy all our karmas accumulated in our past. These are fourfold benefits of moksha obtained by the power of knowledge. Now, what are the qualifications required to accomplish this goal? Supreme Lord Shri Krishna mentions two main qualifications. First one is commitment. It should not be a half-hearted approach. Second quality is Shraddha, faith in the validity and efficacy of the teaching of a guru. Now, when we learn Gita Shastra, for example, listen and learn with full commitment and Shraddha in this Shastra, as this teaching has empowered the life of many people. Therefore, Arjuna, cut off the doubts which has arisen in your heart due to ignorance. With the sword of knowledge, resort to yoga, stand up and fight. Hari Om. Idi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Jnana Karma Samadhi Yogo Nama Chaturtodhyayaha Sampurnaha. Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.